Welcome to Campus Talk, a public affairs program from WSFX, community concerns and campus issues. And now, here's Campus Talk.
Good morning and welcome to Campus Talk. I'm Brianna Whita, and today we're joined with Mr. Alan Stout from Big Brothers Big Sisters. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
It's always great to be back here at LCC. I went to school here. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No, we did not. Fun fact for the day.
And I taught here. I taught English Comp here for a couple of years. So,
oh, wow.
I feel like I'm at home.
I feel like I'm home. I had no idea. That's great to know. Well, it's nice to have you back. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's kick it right off. How long have you been involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters?
I got involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters back in 2011. Originally, at my previous job, I worked on a benefit that assisted their anti-bullying program. And then about 6 months after that, I started working for them full-time. So it's been a little over 5 years.
Wow, that's great. 5 years. So for those of you who don't know what Big Brothers Big Sisters is, why don't you inform us a little bit about what the program is?
It's a nationally recognized mentoring program in which we take children who might not have a mentor in their life, a role model, a father figure, a mother figure, a big brother, big sister figure, and we try to put that person in their lives through volunteers who are interested in being that person in their lives. The agency is actually over 100 years old, about 110 now,
wow.
And the local chapter is over 40 years old now. I think it's 43 years old now. So we've been around a long time. I think we have an excellent reputation for doing what we do in taking these, we call them matches, where we will literally match a child up with a volunteer who wants to spend an hour or two per week with them and sort of be that big brother, big sister that they don't have, help them with their homework, ask them how school's going, take them to the park, throw the ball around, go for a walk, go to the park, like I said, a movie. We have male and female. We have big brothers, big sisters, usually always pretty much match with the same. So a little boy would be matched with a big brother and a little sister.
So how can someone sign up for this program? Not just like a child. Like how can, if I wanted to, how could I go about getting this process?
It's really simple. Call me.
Give me a ring.
Really, or any of us. There's a staff of us here in Wilkes-Barre. We're also in 7 other counties throughout northeastern Pennsylvania, including Wyoming County, which I know your signal might reach out towards Sunkanic. But give us a call, 824-8756. Ask for me, Alan Stout, or anybody that's on duty that day. Anybody from Big Brothers Big Sisters. And we can get you through the enrollment process of being a volunteer. You could also go to our website, bbbsnepa.org, and you can fill out a volunteer form there as well. And we'll follow up with you. If you go online, you'll receive a phone call from us within a day or so normally, and we'll send you some information out in the mail. And there's some paperwork, obviously, that you need to take care of, but it's not overwhelming. There's some background checks, of course. Anytime anybody does anything with children that's going to be required. I tell the volunteers that all the time. If you want to coach the Little League or be involved with scouts or something at your children's school with coaching or anything like that, that's pretty standard these days. So we have those things as well. But we help you through all that. We try to make it as easy as possible for you so that hopefully, within a relatively short amount of time after we get through that process, you're off and having a good time with a kid that could use it, could really use it.
Yeah. So you get your background checks, you get your clearances, and you get matched up, like you said, with either your little sister, your little brother. And
we want it to be just as enjoyable for the volunteer. And so when we're looking to match you with somebody, we're asking the volunteer for their interests as well. If you like baseball, or football or basketball, we might find a little boy who likes those things. Or if you're a woman who likes crafts and dance or theater or something, we might try to find a little girl who's also interested in those things. We want this to be fun for the volunteer as well as the child. And we find that to be the case. We often hear that the volunteers get just as much out of it as the kids.
So say you want to volunteer, but you have a tight schedule. You can still donate money to the program, I believe. How does one go about that?
It's kind of a two-part question, so let me take the first half first. One of the misunderstandings that people have about Big Brothers Big Sisters, I think, is that it takes more time than it really does.
Yeah.
I would have thought that if I didn't work at the agency. I learned by working there, we're only asking for an hour or two a week, and it's very flexible. I always tell people this: if you want to volunteer anywhere, whatever someone's doing is probably good. Anybody that needs help and they're calling for volunteers, they're probably doing something wonderful for the community. Maybe they're cleaning up the roads, maybe they're distributing food to people, but they're also probably going to tell you when they need you. They're going to say, okay, well, if you want to help us, it's Saturday at 10, we're meeting here, and if you're going to do it, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Big Brothers Big Sisters allows you tremendous flexibility to be a volunteer and also work around your schedule. You work that out with the parent or guardian. So if Wednesday nights after school for an hour or two are good for you, that's fine. You want to do Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, Tuesday evening, you work that out. If something comes up in your life that week, you got a meeting at work, and it's usually your night, no big deal. Call the parent up, say, hey, listen, I can't meet with Joe on Thursday, I have to work late, but can I do Wednesday instead? So that's one thing that I think allows us, it makes us a little bit unique when it comes to volunteering.
Yeah.
You can
Very flexible, it sounds.
You work it around your schedule. It's not that big a deal. The second part of your question is we do several fundraisers per year, and our biggest one is actually coming up in about 5 weeks. We'll be doing our annual Bowl for Kids' Sake, and that'll be happening at Stanton Lanes on March 25th. And it's a real fun way to help us financially. All you do is find a couple of friends or coworkers or family, put together a team of 5 friends, and come down and bowl. And you get sponsored just like if you were doing a run or a walk. It's the same concept, except instead of running or walking,
you're
bowl.
bowling.
You're bowling, exactly.
But
and
who doesn't love bowling?
It's fun. I mean, people that only bowl once a year and throw a lot of gutter balls in there. That would be me sometimes.
Me.
and then there are people that are in leagues, and they look forward to it as well. There's food. We have pizza, hot dogs, refreshments. There's some raffle prizes. It only takes about an hour to bowl a game. And you could also learn more about that if you'd like a team card by giving us a call at 824-8756 or on the website bbbsnepa.org. We also do a run walk in the summer and a game night in January. So there's a couple of other fundraisers throughout the year that we do, but Bowl for Kids' Sake is our signature event, and that's coming up.
That's fantastic. I know in 10th grade I actually did participate for my friend in Bowl for Kids' Sake.
Oh, did you? Did you have a good time?
I did. I had a fantastic time. I might look into doing it again, to be completely honest with you.
I have some team cards, so I'll leave you one.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, this is Campus Talk, and we are going to take a quick break. I'm Brianna Whita, and we'll see you in a little bit.
One of the few times we are aware of movement is when it suddenly stops. Multiple sclerosis stops people from moving. We exist to make sure it doesn't. With the help of people like you, the National MS Society addresses the challenges of each person whose life is affected by MS and helps them stay connected to the great big moving world. Join the movement at nationalmssociety.org.
This has been a public service announcement from WSFX.
Welcome back to Campus Talk. I'm Brianna Whita, and again we are joined with Mr. Alan Stout. And we've just been talking about Big Brothers Big Sisters, how you can volunteer, what the process is, and we just got done actually talking about Bowl for Kids' Sake, which is a great way to help out. So tell me, what has been the best experience so far you've had with this program?
Hearing the stories of the matches that have really got so much out of it from both the children and the adults. I'm not a caseworker, but I work with caseworkers and social workers all day long. And, I did oversee one of our school-based programs for a while, so I was out there with the kids. I also personally teach our anti-bullying program.
Oh, that's great.
At 4 different schools every Wednesday, at Wyoming Valley West, at the high school and the middle school, Nanticoke area and Hanover area. So that for me personally is extremely rewarding, to talk to kids about helping foster an anti-bullying culture within their schools. And some of the conversations I have with the kids are just amazing. I had 2 kids that in my class just today before I came here that didn't know each other at all, and I did a little exercise with them about getting to know each other, and I saw them exchanging phone numbers after class, putting their 2 guys, high school guys, but they realized they had a lot in common, and they wanted to hang out, and that for me is extremely rewarding. One of my favorite stories I like to tell, though, about a match story is one of our matches. he got involved with his little brother when the little boy was about maybe 7 years old, which is like the earliest you get into our program. And they had stayed match all throughout his high school years.
Yeah.
And so you got to remember, so when they're 7 years old and they first start getting together, they're probably talking about Star Wars or Lego or SpongeBob.
Cars, play cars, yep.
And then as someone grows up, the relationship changes and the conversations change. So flash ahead to maybe 8 years later, and he's about 15 or 14, and they used to go out for pizza every Thursday. That was their thing. And he said to him, "Where do you want to go for pizza this week?" The big brother asked the little, and he said, "Well, we could go to that place we went to last week. That was pretty good." And he goes, "Oh, you like that pizza?" And he goes, "Well, yeah, the pizza was all right, but the waitress was really pretty." And I thought about that when he told the story, and I thought about how nice is that he's changing. He's looking at the world in a little bit of a different way.
As he grows and matures.
As he's growing and maturing.
Yeah.
And he had Mark to talk to about that.
That's great.
And Mark said, "All right, we'll go back there." And I just think that's the kind of thing that can happen. Not all matches last for 7 or 8 years. We don't. We ask people to commit for a year at least, because we want that relationship to be given a chance to grow and have a real friendship develop there. But some of them do go on for many years, and they have those kind of experiences where you literally might have seen your little, and they stay in touch afterwards. And we see pictures of them at their high school graduations together, their college graduations together.
That's awesome.
Maintaining a friendship well into adulthood, even after the match is over. The big brother part of the relationship ends because it's not needed anymore.
But it's still like you still have a big brother even though the program has ended. That's a great impact on someone's life.
Our national conference a couple of years ago was in Denver, and I had the opportunity to go to it, and the theme was Reunite, and they actually found big brothers and big sisters from going back to the 70s, the 80s. And it was interesting, these grown men and women, they're on stage together. And when you're a little kid, that difference between maybe someone being 21 and 11 is huge.
Yeah, it is.
But when you've got a 60-year-old man standing there next to a 50-year-old man, it's two guys.
That's incredible,
who have known each other their whole lives pretty much now.
That's great.
And they have a friendship that has been maintained. It's very special.
So this program impacts people for the rest of their lives, and that's great.
It has. We've had studies, outside studies. Kids will be less inclined to get involved with alcohol or drugs, less inclined to skip school, higher self-esteem, much more inclined to go on to college. The impact is very real, and we've seen it. We see it every day.
Well, Big Brothers Big Sisters sounds like a great program for those who need some guidance and counseling, and for those who want to volunteer to help with that. That's
Absolutely.
really great. So
we'd love to hear from you. Again, 824-8756 or bbbsnepa.org. Give us a call. Look us up online. If you're interested in becoming a Big Brother, Big Sister, we'll be happy to help you out. And if you'd like to bowl with us on March 25th, we can help you with that as well.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Alan Stout. I'm Brianna Whita. This has been Campus Talk on WSFX 89.1 and 105.5. Have a great day, everyone.
This has been Campus Talk, a public affairs program. Questions and concerns can be addressed to WSFX at 740-0632.